Okay, we just received this in the schmail. Let's open it up and see what we got. Oh, look at this. This is nice. All right, this is your spike. And here is the thing that goes in there like that, I think. That's how you put that together, right? And then this would go on the ground. Let's set that to the side. Right, this is our little device here. And basically, it's an outdoor 24-hour mechanical timer, 6 ways garden power steak. So yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on there. All right, so here we are. So this is kind of nice because look, watch this. I think this opens like that. All right, so here you are, man. Bam. All right, so this is pretty easy to set up. First of all, you got to figure out what time it is. And like, let's say it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to put it on 11 o'clock, right? And if I want it to turn my lights on, let's say starting at 6, I'm going to come here. I'm going to push these down like that. You see that? You follows me? So this is actually at night here. So it goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, blah, blah. And then in the morning, it would turn off. So the lights would come on here and turn off here. Make sure you get them all down though. See how those are all down? And that's basically how I would have it. Now, if you want it on all the time, you push this up. If you want it to come on just at this time, I pull this down. And you see that little thing right there? So what happens is when it gets over here, that pushes that thing up and turns it off. All right? You follow me? If I want to turn it on the whole time, it's like that. Off, there. All right, so now the lights would be off here, and when it gets here, right here, that's when the lights would come on at 6 p.m. in the evening. And that's basically how it works. And all you got to do is put your stake on here like that, and then just shove it in the ground, and then plug this in to your outlet, and then all of your like 12 volt uplighting things you'd plug in here. And then they would all come on at 6 p.m. And then they would all go off at 6 a.m. Yeah, that's it. That's how it works. Pretty simple, huh? And then this closes like this, look. Bam, and that keeps it watertight. So we're going to try that today, and we're going to spike it out there in our front garden and see how it works. This goes on here somehow. Oh, there we go. So now I got it on there. All right, there we go. Now, if you don't need all of that, you could just do this one, right? Let's say if you don't need this big part on here, you could just do this too. So then you could spike it like that. You know what I mean, jelly beans? All right, so all we got to do now is just put it in the ground and then see how she works. Yeah, since we got it all set up. You just got to make sure, though, that this is on the correct time right here. Otherwise, it's not going to come on it when you want it. So this is nighttime, this is daytime. Light, dark, you follow me? So make sure you got this arrow pointed at the correct time. It's about 1:15 right here. So I just changed the time by turning this clockwise. You got to turn this clockwise to change the time, all right? So now it's ready to go. So this is the time. Now it gets dark kind of early here. I might put one more down here because it does get dark early. Okay? It gets dark right about 5:30. So I'm going to go ahead and push that one pin down. Let's just make sure all of our pins are down. I think we're ready to go. Now we're going to take it outside. We're going to stake it. We're going to plug in our 12 volt lights and see how she does. How's that sound? That's right. So this is how it works. See that? There we go. So these push in like that. And then you can put your cord up through there. You follows me? Just like that. Okay, so I figured that out. It took me a while. All right, so we're gonna put our cord in here, and then that'll slide through there. But first, what we got to do is undo this, right? So let's get this undone. Well, it's got a million things in it. I'm learning as I go. I look at these things like puzzles, man, and I just try to figure out the puzzle. You follow me? All right, so first of all, let's go ahead. Let's get this unraveled. And we're going to go ahead and set this down for a second over here. And then I just got to plug this in to that. I'm going to pull this out of here. And then we're just going to put it right in here, right? See if you can see. Just like that. Or maybe I'll put it here. Okay, that's in. And then this is going to, hopefully it should just fit right here. Oh, look at. So I do have a problem because there's not a lot of room in here. So I'm gonna put it up here, right here. Okay, now I think I can do it. I can shut it and push that like that, and then we can just smush it in the ground. All right, now we got to see if it works. Right now I'm not seeing anything on that light there. Maybe I got to plug it in the bottom. Let's see. Oh, shit. All right, I did plug it in the bottom. And, yeah. Now, the way we can test it is I can turn it to the on position and see if that comes on. Let's try that. Okay, yeah. So it's working. So I'm going to put it on. Yeah. So I turned it to the on position. Let me show you. There's all this shit's in the way. So if I come down here and I open this, right? And this is to test it. I just come here and I turn this to on, and then that comes on. Watch. See, I turn it off, turn it on. Right? Let's see if you can see. If I've got enough room. Here's the off. So now it will just come on when it hits that 6 o'clock, right? If I turn this up, it's ready to go already. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead. We'll turn that off, right? And then tonight we'll come back. We got to get our cord back in that hole. Such a pain in the butt. Here we go. And then we'll come back and we'll see how she does. How's that sound? All right. I may have to replace that thing too. I mean, it's looking pretty ragged.